Step 1. If you want to be Tarayami, you have to think like Tarayami. Tarayami is a mindset.
If you're on the internet, then it's not unlikely that you stumbled across many videos about Tara Yummy. Whether it's just her being an icon, whether it's her being a pick-me, or just edits of her in general. Tara Yummy has taken over the internet, going from around 400,000 to 1 million just this year alone. It's no wonder there would be so much talk and so much debate over who Tara is. Is she a pick-me, or is she just confident? What is a Tara Yummy mindset? Why do people like her so much? In this video, I'm going to deconstruct everything regarding these topics today, and I'm even going to give my own takes because I too have fallen down the Tara Yummy rabbit hole. No, seriously, I've watched her videos daily, and I haven't done that with any YouTuber in like years. Okay, so who is Tara Yummy? According to Wikipedia, Tara Yummy, aka Tara Thompson, was born on July 31st, 2000. She was discovered for her love of adventure, content creation, and fashion early in life. Her path to fame commenced with captivating posts on her Instagram account, Tara Yummy, where she showcased her personal adventures and stylish modeling shots. Her YouTube channel features vlogs, lifestyle videos, and even just challenges that she does with her friends. Tara Yummy is also a stand-up comedian, as she booked her first show at the Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank in May 2022. She also received an overwhelmingly positive response with a sold-out crowd, and she also had her own stand-up comedy tour from January to March 2023, which was her Selling Myself Short tour. So I'm sure many of you have seen that edit about having the Tara Yummy mindset. So the original video came from Johnny Gilbert's channel, and the context of this was that Tara was turning her friend Johnny into her, basically, and that's where she basically announced that if you want to be like Tara Yummy, you gotta think like her. Her essentially is a mindset. So what exactly is a Tara Yummy mindset? So honestly, I dug through a lot of the internet. I could not find anything that has like a straight definition of what the Tara Yummy mindset. So I'm just going to be looking through Reddit and picking some things from there, and I'm also going to give my own take on what I perceive as the Tara Yummy mindset, and we'll talk about it. So this Redditor posted, I actually like the trend of a Tara Yummy mindset. It's fun. People who like her and her style, her vibes, try to recreate her looks. I mean, it's not hurting anybody. She does encourage people to be unapologetically themselves, so I like that too. In my own words, I would honestly describe the Tara Yummy mindset as being somebody who's confident within themselves, but they also want to encourage others to be confident. It is being unapologetically yourself and being your most authentic self. And to me, I think that's why the Tara Yummy mindset has gotten so popular, is because honestly, in a world of influencers, when you're told to be a specific way, you're told to act a certain way. Tara Yummy basically just does the opposite in most of her videos. Like, she just picks her nose on camera and she's just kind of fine with it. Her words, not mine. Something I think that is cool about Tara Yummy is when she says this really actually resonated with me. Mainly because I kind of did the same thing in a way. And by that I mean in creating the person you want to be in your head, okay? Like, there's you, the physical you, and the mental you that you are right now, and then let's say there's the person that you create in your head of the person you want to be, okay? I think these can be two separate things that also can kind of overlap in between, but sometimes, especially when I'm doing YouTube content and stuff, like I picture like, who is Kawa Yeet? Who am I? Like, who is Kawa? Who am I versus who is Kawa? I think that's why Tara changed her name on YouTube to not just her last name, but she changed it to Tara Yummy, because Tara Yummy essentially is just an extension of her. Another celebrity we can kind of see doing this is Lana Del Rey. I know it's known that Lana Del Rey created her name because she wanted something to channel her music into, kind of like a physical like entity / person that she could channel like the music to be about, or to kind of be shaped around, which I think is honestly a pretty big thing to do creatively. Like, I think it's honestly pretty genius in my opinion. As I was saying earlier, so there's me, right? There's me, like, as in Rachel. Like, my name's Rachel, for those of you who don't know. Like, there's me, Rachel, okay? And then there's me as Kawa Yeet, or just Kawa, whatever you want to call me. And over time, I've just been looking over my content over the past few years, and also looking at who I am off camera. And I was also thinking about the kind of content, the kind of creator I wanted to be. Like, did I want to be someone who just makes gaming videos, or did I want to be someone who inspires people and talks about topics that I feel are important, that other people might feel are important too? I feel like on social media, we're always seeking to find somebody to motivate us, to inspire us, to do all that kind of stuff, right? And I think for me, I wanted to just be that person for myself. And maybe in the long run, also inspire some other people as well. So if that happens, then, yay. But I think mostly doing this for me and doing this for myself was the best decision I could do. And mostly for a while, I wasn't very happy with who I was. I didn't feel like I was a motivating person or very confident in myself. So I did all the self-work. I really worked hard on building myself up to the point where I felt like I could share that side of myself on social media. Over the last year, I have been creating a lot more TikToks. I actually created a kind of a secret account. Like, not really a secret account. Like, it wasn't a huge secret, but if people found it, they found it. And basically, I just started making edits of myself. It sounds weird, But I treated myself like if I was a fan, what would captivate myself about me? And I basically channeled my content to surround the kind of person that I would want to look up to. So I'm going to be mentioning Lana Del Rey throughout this video, just mostly because I think her and Tara Yummy both kind of embody the same kind of confidence. And I'm not going to say level or amount, because really it's the kind of confidence somebody has that really speaks volumes about them. Which I'm going to circle back to my pick me point. I just have a lot to my brain. Okay, so Lana Del Rey, in an interview, I'm pretty sure she mentions picking your role models wisely. And I thought about what she said in that interview, especially when listening to her song Peppers, because that song is about how she channels her inner Angelina Jolie. And basically she writes the song to kind of represent what it means to be like Angelina Jolie, and kind of just like not give an F, and just kind of being yourself and being the most confident you can be. Like the line, do a fat crisscross on the how does it go? Put some hands on your knees, Angelina Jolie. Do a fat crisscross in the back somewhere. Okay, yeah, that's how it goes. But yeah, do a fat crisscross in the back somewhere. Like, I think that line to me especially speaks as just dance like nobody cares, okay? Like, as somebody who's kind of been learning how to dance on the streets like nobody gives an F, like, it's so freeing. And not even just on the dance floor, like in life. Honestly, like, you're given one life. I think that's kind of what helped me leave school. Like, I'm somebody who left school. Like, I dropped out. Best decision ever. Very flippin' scary, because the outline that people give you is that you need to be in school in order to succeed. But honestly, I found fulfillment in just doing things like this. Like, even if it doesn't really go anywhere, like, I've honestly just been enjoying life. But something I think that Lana Del Rey does as much as Tara Yummy does is romanticizing the mundane and creating very impactful moments within your life, just being a person, not even being a celebrity, not even being a social media person, but just being yourself. So with that being said, why exactly do people like Tara Yummy? Truthfully, I think it's because she's real. She's raw, she's authentic, she's herself. She makes videos even when she's sick. She makes videos even when she's feeling crappy, and she's not afraid to show any of that. And I think honestly, as an audience, we've all grown, especially us who were part of early YouTube. We've just grown tired of the very fake, polished, scripted type of videos that are like probably cost millions of dollars to produce. I think what drew us to YouTube in the first place was just the real and raw, authentic, just talking to a camera kind of videos, like kind of like this. Which honestly, I think I'm also switching my own content to kind of be more just me chatting, because especially now that attention rate, creating shorter spanned videos is just basically like the top of everyone's priority list, especially for those who are just in it for the money. Like, I think we've really taken away from what it means to be a creator on a platform, which is truly just to make art. It's truly to make art, to be ourselves, be authentic, connect with one another. I think that's one of the perks of the internet can be. We forgot about that. And many people might call her a pick-me, but I believe her confidence is very much deep-rooted within her. I think it's evident because she isn't afraid to show the less attractive versions of herself, such as her throwing up, or her with no makeup, or being emotionally stressed, or picking her nose even. And I will say, I'm sure her being pretty does help in some way. Like, if some ugly person were to pick their nose on camera, like, I feel like people would just be like, what the F, man? Like, get off my screen. And I'm only saying that as somebody who understands what it means to have pretty privilege and not have pretty privilege, okay? You know, I used to be pretty ugly and chubby. Not to say that being chubby makes you ugly, but you know, people do prioritize the thinner looking gals than the bigger ones. I'm just speaking facts here. So I understand what it's like to have pretty privilege versus not have it. And let me just say, there is a huge difference. Like, if I were to pick my nose as the girl who I used to look like, then honestly I probably wouldn't. I'd probably be bullied. But with that being said, I understand why people might, like, if you don't know what pretty privilege is, let me just find a Google definition actually. Okay, so according to Google, pretty privilege bestows upon individuals a range of social, professional, and personal advantages based solely on their physical attraction. Okay, so like, let's say I had a pretty face, all right. Okay, gorgeous. Let's say I had a pretty face. I walk in somewhere, someone might be way nicer to me than they were to treat somebody who maybe had a face full of acne, maybe looked dehydrated and had messy hair. You know what I mean? People, the prettier you are, the more you can get away with, I find. And so I think her being authentically herself is something that is very, very admirable. However, I will also say it takes a level of confidence within yourself, but also having outward confidence as well. Like, not just with who you are as a person, but also being outwardly confident. And yes, I will say both kind of contribute hand in hand. Like, I had to work a lot on my inner self to achieve the outer self, if that makes sense. Okay, like, I started taking care of myself more. I actually bathed frequently for once. That sounds gross, but like, it's the reality of it, honestly. Like, all of us are mentally ill. But anyways, as they say in Do Revenge, you know a girl has everything when there are people who are trying to take her down. Okay, so let's get into the definition of a pick-me girl. A pick-me girl is a girl who seeks male validation by indirectly or directly insinuating that she is not like other girls. Basically a female version of a simp. Characteristics of a pick-me girl. Lets men walk all over her because of her quote-unquote carefree demeanor, only hangs out with men because they're quote-unquote unproblematic, exerts qualities and characteristics of her male counterparts that were not initially present to be more likable and relatable to them, etc. Now, this isn't written on the definition shown on the screen, but in my experience, I've noticed that pick-me girls tend to put other girls down, usually by, the whole insinuation that they are not like other girls, that they're in fact better. Usually. Okay, so if we're going to be looking at Tara Yummy, I just want to point out that in everything I found about her, I cannot find anything about her putting other girls down. If anything, her whole brand is about lifting people, specifically women, up and showing everyone that it's okay to feel stressed or be emotional. Tara is always explained by others in her social circle as outgoing, loud, and that she's just as chaotic in life as she is on the screens. And I think we can all agree that a lot of internet creators are pretty introverted for the most part when it comes to real life interactions. And I think a lot of creators, including myself, honestly kind of put on some sort of performance for the camera because we all want to be entertaining while also maintaining the image that we have our together, even if we don't. I think what Tara's doing great in her videos is she's authentically being herself in her videos, displaying both good and the bad. She openly talks about when she's having an off day or when she feels like she hasn't been 100% productive. I think that's what sets her apart from other creators is that old YouTube creator feeling of being like one-on-one with a camera, kind of like this right now. Instead of being super highly edited, multi-camera produced television like expensive type of video that many of your average Joes quite can't relate to, instead Tara is just being herself. Although she refers to Tara Yummy as a mindset, I believe there's so much more to obtaining this level of confidence than people know. What initially drew me into Tara Yummy was her ability to be a super independent but also relationship girl. She parties hard, but she also has a great work ethic. She's super strong with handling her emotions, but she also has an understanding of when she needs to feel them. She accepts that she can feel super gross, but she also understands what she needs to make herself beautiful. This can be seen evidently in her video where she talks about glowing up overnight.
I feel so and that's okay, because guess what? Hot girls look fugly sometimes. Hey guys, it's me Tara, and have you guys ever felt uggo buggo shitty caca? Because that's what I feel. I've felt that for the past few days, so today we're gonna glow up.
As someone who spent the last 2 years doing some deep-rooted work, it becomes a lot easier to pinpoint who's kind of faking confidence versus who has confidence that kind of radiates within themselves. To be truly confident is to love who you are, and I know that's the most cliche and overused saying nowadays, but it doesn't mean that it's not true. However, in a world where the internet is flooded with many influencers claiming the importance of quote-unquote loving yourself, how can we really say that any of them radiate or embody that confidence actually? How many of them can truly define the ways in which they show themselves love? How many of them have done the inner work and understood themselves enough to understand the kind of content they want to create? I think this is very apparent when it comes to creators making content solely for the views or just the attention rate. I think as time went on, we all just got so tired of the mindless scrolling and overly scripted performances that we now crave something more real and authentic. Because isn't that why we all started watching YouTube videos in the first place? It was for the wholesome, relatable content that we all could relate to. It was for the online connections and the community that creators had within their audience. It was because we loved a certain creator's persona and what they stood for. It's why creators like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Liza, Superwoman, Jenna Marbles were also popularized in the beginning. All of these creators were being authentically themselves at the time because no one knew how much YouTube was going to do for them. In fact, honestly, a lot of people who did YouTube back then got bullied for it. Like, if you were somebody who was known for doing YouTube, you weren't considered cool, you were considered weird. I know I was. Many early creators were creating content because they simply loved it. And it's not to say Tara doesn't care about the money, because yeah, I'm sure for anyone it does feel nice to have a stable income from any job. However, what we all have missed from creators for so long is that real authentic side to them that made us not just admire them as celebrity figures, but also people who share the same values, humor, and experiences. So honestly, I kind of just did a lot of blabbing here, but if there's anything else you guys want to comment on, or if you guys want to just talk in the comments, like I'm so open to that. Like I love analyzing analyzing like why things the way they are. So if you're also the same like that, then feel free to comment down below. I feel like I didn't really touch every single point in this video that I could make, but honestly I kind of just sat here. I just made notes like right before this video and I just started rambling. And honestly, yeah, like let's just be more real and authentic. Like I think as creators, we deserve that. As creators, we deserve that. I think every creator just needs to be more of themselves because it's so freeing. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments that these are the kind of videos you want to see, because honestly, I just want to make content that makes people smile and makes people think, and honestly, yeah, let's all just have a good time on here. So, this has been Kawaii, and I'm gonna eat out. Bye-bye.